Okay, in the previous video we looked at aerobic respiration. We're now going to look at anaerobic respiration, and the difference is, if you remember, aerobic respiration we said occurs when there is oxygen present, and anaerobic respiration occurs when there is an absence of oxygen. The equation that we use to explain what happens during anaerobic respiration is that we use glucose, and that produces energy. Now without oxygen we then produce a byproduct called lactic acid. Massive key term here. Now lactic acid is a mild poison, which is a byproduct or a waste product of anaerobic respiration. Oh, I'll just erase that. A waste product of anaerobic respiration. Now on the next slide we're going to explain why this lactic acid builds up. Okay, so the type of activity that we'd be performing when we're using anaerobic respiration would be sprinting or high intensity. So you can see there Usain Bolt, he would be exercising anaerobically because he's not using oxygen. So sprinting, now we can do this and we're really working at a maximum intensity, and we can do this, or this type of respiration can only be used for short periods, so a maximum of 60 seconds. Now in the previous video we looked at aerobic respiration, which showed that glucose is used to produce energy. Now during anaerobic respiration, because we haven't got oxygen to break down that glucose, we then need to call upon our glycogen stores. And that is basically how carbohydrates, or glucose, is a form of glucose, but it's stored in the form of glycogen in our body. Now because the demand for oxygen, so we're going to put this, demand for oxygen is greater than our body's ability to deliver oxygen. So the demand of oxygen is greater than our body's ability to supply. So I'm just going to put demand for oxygen is greater than supply. It means that we're effectively borrowing oxygen whilst we're exercising anaerobically. So Usain Bolt running down here, he isn't really breathing, which means he's not using any oxygen to produce energy. Okay, so he's actually using his glycogen stores, which will be broken down, and they'll be producing that energy. Now because he's only using his glycogen stores, he is borrowing oxygen, which means he needs to pay that back after the race. So when he finishes, he's got something that we call an oxygen debt, and that needs to be paid back after the exercise. So it's effectively like borrowing money from a bank. Now whilst we're borrowing this money, or borrowing this oxygen, we then get a byproduct or a waste product called lactic acid. Now I'm going to write that up here. Lactic acid. Now lactic acid is a mild poison, okay? It's a waste product of anaerobic respiration. That's very important. Important. Now, I'm sure you've all experienced lactic acid. It makes muscles hurt. Okay, and we'll look at that a little bit later on in a bit more detail. But it is one of the main reasons why we have to perform a warm down or a cool down after doing physical activity, and that's to flush out or repay this oxygen debt and flush out that lactic acid. Okay, so straight out after exercise, we've already said that we need to perform a warm down, and we need to take on extra oxygen. So if you were to go and run 400 meters now, at the end of it you'd be panting and breathing deeply to try and repay that oxygen debt. And this is to break down or flush out lactic acid. Now, the waste products are removed in 3 different ways. The first one is through expiration of breath. Now, obviously that gets rid of our carbon dioxide and other waste products from our lungs. Such as water. We also get rid of it through perspiration. And that allows excess water to be released, and also heat, which will stop us from overheating. And the third one is through excretion, and the waste products are excreted via, or in the form of, urine and feces.